Are we good? We good, chat? We good. Yeah, we go back to stream again. Excellent connection. Yes, sir. But where is it? Refresh it. Shit. All right. It's good. Now, let's get going. So today, in the stream, I'd like to. I want to study for the, final exam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta study, bro. Let's get the high grade. So we gotta put up some music right here. Put on some music. Yeah, to boost the inner, cells of my brain. So let's get going. Let's get going. Shit. So tomorrow is structure class. I don't know if I can pass like, good, but I'm sure I can, I guess. I don't know. So let's review each of these materials. The total is 15 materials. Shit, that is gonna a lot. All right, so let's start with the first material, conditional sentences. I don't know what that is. Look, actually, to be honest, I don't really know like what does this terminology mean, but if I can look at the example, like, oh, I already know what that is, like, immediately. So like, I don't know if it's necessary for me to know the meaning behind it. For example, like conditional sentences. But for me, personally, I don't think it's necessary though. Like, it just, it's not necessary. So it's kind of like stress on in my fucking brain. So, I need more space than memorize this terminology that I will not use in the future. So like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, dog. It's kind of different, I know, but nobody cares. Alright, let's get moving. Conditional sentences. So what is it? Conditional sentence has two parts. So I'm not gonna wasting my time, reading all of this shit, like all of that, all of this material. I mean, all of this like whole one material. It will be time consuming for sure. So if I okay, I know clause. Clause is is it different than phrase? Well, I don't know. The main clause, independent clause. Alright, yeah, I know it. Like, for example, I will go to the supermarket to buy groceries. That's the main clause because, it makes sense. It makes sense. It doesn't need any information. It's enough. But if you want to add more information, that's alright too. So, if I have enough time, it's just like, the subordinate clause as it says. So yeah, let's get moving. I already understand this is the if clause type of shit, conditional sentences. According to this, what is it? Phrase. According to this terminology, conditional sentence, by looking at the word conditional, we already know that we're talking about like some condition, and condition can connect into the word if. So that's how I memorize like the meaning behind this like really heavy terminology, conditional sentences. So sentences that contains conditional type shit. Alright, let's get moving. Conditional sentences, we're done with that. Type 3, well, there's a lot of type of it, which is really fuck me up. Shit, bro. If I had to, oh shit, yeah. This one is what I've been struggling to like understand or to internalize, like the the whole idea behind it. Like if I had this, especially this tense, this tense that is like, what is it like? Past perfect. Yeah, past perfect is kind of like tricky to me. All right, so maybe it's worth digging up. If you had taught me about the problem, I already know, I would have helped you for sure. If they had studied, they would have passed the exam. If I hadn't slipped on the ice, I wouldn't have broken my arm. Alright, it's easy, quite easy. Okay, so the type 3 is basically past perfect. So what about the past 1? What about the type 1 and 2? I guess it's gonna be the present and the... If I have no time, I would go to the supermarket to buy groceries. What is the example number 2? Oh, type 1. Wait, what is it? If I don't eat breakfast tomorrow morning, I will get hungry. Alright, it refers to the future. I'll get hungry. like to the future and the present. Present first. If I don't eat breakfast tomorrow morning, I will get hungry. If I don't eat breakfast, I always get hungry during the class. So simple present. This is simple present and the simple future. Simple present, simple future, and then past perfect type shit. Yeah, I already know that. Alright. So let's get moving. It's kind of fast. It's been how many? It's been 7 minutes. Yeah, we've gone through 2 materials already. Let's get to the third material. Conditional using progressive verb. I already know what conditional is, but progressive verbs, let me guess it. I guess like verb that is like progressive. Basically, it's like continue. Probably. All right, let's see though. Please, progressive verb in the flow. Even in the conditional sentence, progressive verb are used in the progressive situation. That's what I thought. Yeah, continue, continuously. Type shit. All right, it is raining right now, so I will not go for a walk. If it is raining right now, what? So, well, I will just say if. Oh, it is. I thought it was if. It is raining right now, so I will not go for a walk. Conditional. If it were not raining right now, I would go for a walk. I already know. Like, it's very unfortunate, that the lecturer who teach structure doesn't give us the explanation that this type of sentences is like when we are imagining something. It uses when we are imagining something, something that like not imagining, just like hoping or wishing, I wish it were like, if we use like word wish, it usually follows by were as the to be or as the verb. I don't know why, but that's how it is. We wish something, so it goes the same with this. If it were not raining right now, wait, can you hear me though? Where is it? Refresh it. Alright, it's good, we good. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought basically. Yeah, we're imagining something. We're wishing for something, so we use this. This is unusual, but that's how it is. It's not real. it's raining right now, and you want to say, I wish this type of situation are not happening right now. I mean, you hope. Yeah, you see, it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, if it were not raining right now, I would go for a walk. But I'm not living in Chile. I'm not working at conditional progressive verb. That's what I thought. Progressive, continual. Let's go with the exercise 8. I don't want to write or type anything, but I would just like, talk to it. All right, I just want to talk to it. Talk it. The child is crying because his mother isn't here. But if his mother were here, the child wouldn't be crying. That's what yeah. I'm not living in Chile. I'm not working at the bank. If I were living in Chile, I would be working at a bank. It's easy, basically. Let's go. You weren't listening, so you didn't understand the directions. But if you were listening, you didn't. Well, it's kinda hard. You will understand. You would understand the direction, isn't it? You weren't listening. But so yeah. Let me ask to the Copilot. This is the easiest one, because you can split it. You can split the image. It's been a long time, that I haven't used a Copilot. So Copilot, answer this. Shit, how am I going to ask? Just answer this, okay? That is the answer this. You weren't listening, so you didn't understand the direction. But if you had been, oh shit! Look, that is important, and I'm glad I can find it. Holy shit! I thought it was like just, the same. Yeah, like you weren't listening, so the conditional progressive verb, the conditional progressive of it. I thought it was like the same, you keep it as the original because it's already in the past form, but you gotta make it into the past. But if you had been listening, you would have understood the direction. If you had been listening, dog, you weren't listening. But if you had, you weren't listening. But if you had, you throw back, you throw back farther than they were, So the sequence is like, this is were, and this is had been. This is present, were, had been. Present, past before the past, the first past. Shit, that was kind of it was kind of complicated. It was extremely complicated back then when I was learning English for the very beginning of my life. I can't even comprehend it, and I can't even have the willing to understand it, so that I'm I'm glad right now that I can understand this shit, bro. Alright. Alright, let's continue. You weren't listening, so you didn't understand the directions. But if you had been listening, you would have understood the direction. Isn't it correct? You would have understood. You bet. Joe got a ticket because he was driving too fast. But if Joe were not, oh shit, but if Joe had not been driving too fast, he wouldn't got a ticket. I think it's correct. Let me see. But if Joe hadn't been driving too fast, he wouldn't. Oh, he wouldn't. I said he wouldn't got a ticket. But you gotta add that too. Like, he wouldn't have gotten a ticket. Same as this, right? He would have understood. Would have gotten. Shit. I forgot about it. But let's continue. I was listening to the radio, so I heard the news bulletin. But if I had not been listening to the radio, I wouldn't have heard the news bulletin. See, because it's all positive, so it must be all negative as well. Just like this, Joe got a ticket because he was driving too fast. If Joe hadn't been driving too fast, he wouldn't have gotten a ticket. You bet. Let's go. Grandpa is not wearing his hearing aid because it's broken, but if it were not broken, Grandpa would be wearing his hearing aid. Grandpa would be, yes, sir. You were sleeping, so I didn't tell you the news as soon as I heard it. But if you had not been sleeping, I would have told you the news as soon as I heard it. I'm enjoying myself, so I won't leave. But if I were not enjoying myself, I would leave for sure. That's easy, but I have to review it tomorrow morning because I will probably forget about it. But it's only 3 materials. We got how much? 9 left, but we gotta hurry. Using mixed time, what do you mean by that? I did not eat bread. I don't want to read this explanation. So let's jump into the example. I did not eat breakfast several hours ago, so I'm hungry now. If I had eaten breakfast what is the difference? What is the difference though? If I had eaten breakfast several hours ago, I would not be hungry now. Frequently, the time in the if clause and the time in the result clause are different. One clause may be in the present and the other in the past. Notice that past and present times are mixed in the sentences in the following examples. So this is the past, and then I'm hungry now, the result of it. So if I had eaten breakfast several hours ago, I would not be hungry. I would not be hungry now. It's the present. You bet. Okay. He is not a good student. He did not study for the tests yesterday. If he were a good student, he would have studied for the test. Just like me, I studied for the test, so I'm a good student, am I? Alright. Exercise number 9. The room is full of flies because you left the door open. But if you had wait, if I had eaten dinner, I would be hungry. The room is full of flies right now because you left the door open. But if had you had not let the door open, the room were not full of flies. You are tired this morning because you didn't go to bed at a reasonable hour last night. But if you had gone to bed at a reasonable hour last night, you weren't tired this morning. Is it correct? But if you had followed by the verb, if you had not gone to bed but if you had gone to bed at a reasonable hour last night, you weren't tired this morning. I didn't finish my report yesterday, so I can't begin a new project today. But if I had finished my report yesterday, I could begin a new project today. Helen is sick because she didn't follow the doctor's order. But if she had followed the doctor's order, Helen would not be sick. The room were not. I wouldn't be hungry now. The room would not be full of lice. Would not be, so why can't... Alright. If you hadn't left the door open, the room would not be full of lice. But what if I answer like I just realized this. I think it's very crucial. Door open. The room were not full of flies. It's close, but in a small correction. The correct way to press it would be, but if you hadn't left the door open, the room wouldn't be full of flies. Conditional sentence, the second clause should follow the correct verb form. Since this is the third conditional sentence, hypothetical, passive, and affecting the present, wouldn't be is the right choice as a word not. You're doing great. But what about it? Oh, because it's mixed. So you have to go all in using like wooden had instead of where. I don't know. The room would be what? I would be crazy too if I came across this kind of. I'm hungry now because I didn't eat dinner. If I had eaten dinner, I wouldn't be hungry now. The room is wait. It is snowy, so I wouldn't go with you. Present. If we're not snowing, I would go with you. Alright, this is my flaw. Let's keep going. Helen is sick because she didn't follow the doctor's order. But if she had followed the doctor's order, Helen would not be sick. I'm not you, so I didn't tell the truth. But If I were you, no, if I would be you, what about this? What about this? I'm not you. If I would be you like that, not you. So I didn't tell him the truth. What about this? If I were you, this sentence follows a mixed conditional structure where A clause refers to present number. What's the difference between this? So I can what? It's a dinner. The room is full of flies. It's full of flies. Huh? If I were you, that's what I thought. Why did she? What is different? But if the room were not full of flies. The sentence follows a mixed conditional structure where each clause refers to present hypothetical. Second clause, but if you second it's kind of like it doesn't make sense, but doesn't sound right. But I gotta ask about this. Damn. I'm stuck. Fuck. No use, I didn't tell him. I don't know anything about plumbing, so I didn't fix the leak in the sink. But if I had if I had if I had known if I had known anything about plumbing, I would have fixed the leak in the sink myself. Is it fixed with ED or fix? I don't know. I think it's fixed. I don't know anything about plumbing, so I didn't fix the leak in the sink myself. But if I had known anything about plumbing, I would have fixed the leak in the sink myself. I received a good job offer from the oil company, so I was seriously considered taking the job with the electronics firm. But if I had not received a good job offer from the oil company, I would have seriously considered taking the job with the electronics firm. What about it? Is my answer correct? I received a good job offer from the company, so I was seriously considering taking the job. But if I hadn't received a good job offer from the oil company, I would seriously. Oh shit! I say I would have seriously considered. Fuck man, it's in the present. The fuck am I thinking? Shit. This was third conditions. Face the present. Shit. Okay, what else, bro? You say models? Fucking hell, could fly, would able to fly, were able, could sing, were able to sing, would be able to fly, could have gone, would have been able to go, were able to sing, would be able to fly. If I were a bird, I could fly home. If I could sing as well as you, would join the opera. If I had enough money, if I'd had enough money, I could have gone to Florida for vacation using models in the country and the long years in the country. You bet, would able, fuck it. I would go to Arizona over vacation if I had enough time. I could buy what? I could go to Arizona over vacation if I had enough time. I could buy this keyboard if I had enough money. I could buy this folding. I could buy this folding bike if I had sold my keyboard. I would buy a folding bike if I had enough money. I could have bought that folding bike if I had sold that keyboard. Right? I could have gone to Florida if I had enough money. I could have bought that folding bike if I had sold that keyboard. I would have bought that I would have bought that folding bike if I had no money. I could speak French if I learned enough about French. if I studied harder, let me see, I could, if I would sing, I would join the opera if I could sing. I could speak French if I learned about it harder. You might have passed the test if you had studied harder enough. If you should need to get in touch with me later, tell if John should call, if there should be. If you should need to get in touch with me later, just call me. Tell him I'll be back around 5. If it should rain tomorrow, I wouldn't do the laundry. I could finish my work on time if I had a comfortable room. Alright, let's keep moving on into the omitting if. I don't know if this attempt to studies will be effective tomorrow because the lecturer doesn't give me any, what is it? What is it? The information about the material that will be present in the on the paper, on the exam. What type of shit? Yeah, that's all about it. If I had known, I would have told you. Had I known, I would have told you. Should anyone call? Please take a message. Should anyone should call? The other team commented the if. Omitting the if. If I had known, had I known, should anyone call? The other team committed a foul, but the referee didn't see it. The referee had seen it, or if the referee had seen it, our team would have won the game. Had the referee seen it, our team would have won the game. Your boss sounds like a real tired. If I were you, I will look for another job. Where are you? Something like that. Where had the referee seen it? Where were you? What? Oh shit! I don't know about it. Let me see. Hey, how about this? Where are you? Where are you? That's what I thought. Where are you? I will look for another job. Okay. I think I need you. You really should learn how to use computer. If you had used computer, you could have finished the work in half the time. Had you used for what? I'm omitting if for what? If it's useful, what the fuck? Had you used the computer? Should you need to reach me? Had it gone out of business? Alright, it's easy. Omitting if it's easy. But What's the use of that? I don't understand. Today's topic, students. Adjective clause. Adjective clause. Clause is an independent and subordinate clause. Clause. What kind of clause is it? Adjective clause. So it contains adjective. What exactly clause is? What exactly is? A clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. That's it. So where do I put the adjective then? Dependent on enjoy. Oh, I enjoy so much. I love. I enjoy. I am experiencing. This is bad. I'm good. Dependent clause because alright, subject and verb. That's it. Can't remember that. I always forget about it. I don't know why. Simple sentence. He lives in New York. What is it? Simple sentence contains one full subject and predicate. It takes the form of simple. Okay, statement, question, request. Alright, he lives in New York. I was close door. What is the purpose of this explanation? Why should I know about the simple sentence? Statement, question, request, exclamation. I will be forgetting this in a minute. Compound sentence. Where was very bad. All classes were cancelled. Where was very bad. Therefore, all classes. So all classes. Alright. Complex sentence. All classes were cancelled because the weather was bad. Children who are under 12 must be accompanied by their parent. Children who are under 12. Okay, under 12 years. Adjective. Adverbial. All classes were cancelled because the weather was bad. Noun. What you did such thing is non-class. I can understand. That's it. But you can add why you did such a thing. Children were under 12 years. Children must be accompanied by the parents. That's it. But you can add were under 12. The adjective of classes were cancelled. That's it. But you can add the adverbial clause. Like, because the weather was bad, all classes were cancelled because the weather was bad. That's it. Compound complex shit. All classes were cancelled because the weather was bad. And the student was told to listen to the radio to find out. And also, and the students were told. Adverbial. Oh no. And the students were told. Adjective. We're told to the radio. We're told to listen to the radio. That's it. For what? To find out when the classes will begin again. Alright. Introduction. Why would I need this? Introduction to what? The clauses. Okay, this is important actually. Subject and verb. Complete sentence. The clause. Alright. The subject pronoun. Which I think the woman will help me. So where's the adjective clause? I saw the man, he closed the door. I saw the man who closed the door. This is adjective clause. Subject pronouns. Adjective clause is the dependent clause that modifies the noun. The describes, identifies, or gives further information about the noun, modifies the noun, gives further information about the noun. Relative clause. I don't need the synonym of that. This terminology itself is really overwhelming me. So, what again? Modifies the noun. You bet. Where is it? Example. Where is it? I thank the woman. Thank the woman. Woman is a noun. Who is this woman? She helped me. So who? Alright. Easy. But sometimes it's kind of hard when it comes to the real examination, and then you read the the note before you start to answering the questions. It only said about this adjective clause, which for me this terminology is really, I don't know, I cannot comprehend this adjective. Sometimes it's really fake. Sometimes clause. Oh, what is clause? An adjective clause? Clause that contains adjective? What is it? So there is no this kind of example when it comes to the real exam. I mean, based on the experience when I was doing the mid test. So it's kind of fucked up, At least, I got the fucking example so I can understand it, but they were not. So yeah, I hope that this exam tomorrow there will be the example. I saw the man who closed the door. I saw the man who closed the door. The girl is happy. She won the race. The girl who won the race is happy. The girl who won the race. The student is from China. He sits next to me. The students. Who is a student? What? He sits next to me. The student who sits next to me is from China. The students who sit in the front row are from China. You're studying sentences that contain adjective clause. You're studying sentences that contain adjective clauses. I'm using a sentence that contains an adjective clause. Algebra problems contain letters. They stand for unknown numbers. Algebra problems contain letters which stand for unknown numbers. The taxi driver was friendly. He took me to the airport. The taxi driver who took me to the airport was friendly. That's it. Let's move on to the sixth. Material fog. Alright. It's been how long? 48 minutes. I'll finish this in 1 hour. What is it? Adjective class 2. Object pronouns. So it was the what pronouns? Subject pronoun, I believe. Now it's subject pronouns. What is the fucking difference? I don't know. The man was Mrs. John. I saw the man whom I saw. Notice an example. The adjective clause pronouns. Adjective clause pronouns. Where the fuck is it? Which one is it? Clause pronouns are placed at the beginning of the clause. At the beginning of the clause. Where is it? At the beginning of the clause. This one? Adjective clause pronouns. At the beginning of the clause. General guideline. Please place an adjective clause pronoun as close as possible to the noun it modifies. So the man whom I saw, the man that I saw, the man I saw. And who is usually used instead of whom, especially in speaking form, is generally used only in very formal English. The movie wasn't very good in 7. Oh, there's still explanation for the 7. In 7 and 10, an object pronoun is often omitted. Okay. So this one, the object pronoun. Alright. Let's get straight into the fucking exercises. The book was good, I read it. The book that I read was good. I like the woman. I met her at the party last night. I like the woman. I like the woman that I met. What? Wait, what is it? I like the woman. The book was good. The book I like the woman was liked. Good woman. The book that I read. Oh, I like the woman I met at the party last night. I like the woman that I met at the party last night. I like the composition you brought. I liked the composition that you wrote. People were very nice. We visited them yesterday. The people whom we visited yesterday were nice. About whom? Oh, fuck this shit, man. What is it? I meant the man about whom I told you. Oh, I meant the man I told you about. I meant the man. I told you about the man. Alright. Okay, we can forget about it. So this is the woman about whom I told you. The meeting was interesting. I went to it. The meeting. Wait. To when? The music to which? Okay, the music which we listened to last night was good. The meeting to which I went was interesting. The meeting which I went was interesting. The man was very kind. I talked to him yesterday. The man to which I talked. The man to whom? The man to whom I talked yesterday was very kind. I must thank the people I got a present from. I must thank the people. I must thank the people that I must thank the people who I got a present from. I must thank the people from who I got a present. The man was very kind. The man, I must thank the people. The meeting I went to was interesting. That I went to the meeting to which I went. The picture was beautiful. She was looking at it. The picture that she was looking at was beautiful. The picture at which she was looking was beautiful. At which, you can do that, right? At which. It's the same, but about and to. The man is standing over here. I was telling you. The man I was telling you. The man who I was telling you about is standing over here. The man about who I was telling you is standing over here. Easy. Next is Woo's. It's 5 minutes left. Gotta rush out. Maybe I will continue with tomorrow in the morning. Who's? Another man. His bicycle was stolen. Another man whose bicycle was stolen. It's easy. I can use it. 9. Using when and where and when. The building is very old. He lives there. He lives in the building. The building where he lives is very old. Okay, I'll never forget the day I met you. I'll never forget the day when I met you. Forget the day when I met you. On which I met you. That I met you. I'll never forget the day I met you. Easy, skip shit. 9, right? 9 and 10. Using adjective clause to modify the pronouns. Wait. I don't know. Example, please. Where is it? There's no example. Fuck it. Alright. See, like, it's gonna hard. Oh, this is ask Jack. He's the only one who knows the answer. I have a question. There's something. What? There's something what? Right. Professor who teaches chemistry 101 is an excellent lecturer. Professor Wilson, who teaches chemistry 101, is an excellent lecturer. Professor who teaches. Using adjective clauses to modify pronouns. There is someone I want you to get. Adjective clause can modify indefinite pronouns. There is some indefinite. There is someone. Everything he said was pure nonsense. Everything he said. Anybody who wants to come. Everything that he said, everything he said was pure nonsense. Anybody who wants to come is welcome. It's easy, I guess. It's the only one who knows the answer. I have a question. There is something that I want to talk. There is something that's strange. You can't trust anyone. There is none that he trusts. I'm powerless to help her. There's nothing I can do. I know someone who jerking off all day. There's someone I want you to meet. Everything is alright. It's easy. Skip. Using adjective clause. Adjective clause. Which one is adjective clause? Adjective clause is this one. Modifies the pronoun. Where's the pronoun? This one. The pronoun. Can modify the ones in those. Paula is the only one that I know at the party. Scholarships are available for those who need financial assistance. It is I who am responsible. Hey, who loves Lost best. Whatever, dog. It's already 1 hour. Goodbye.